What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great episode of the JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch under the Star Six Media. Uh, under the Star Six Media
Platform.
Productions. Brain fart. The gang is here. Everybody's here. Jose, Johnny P, myself, Eric
What up,
Avila. We're
man?
all back. We're here, guys. I missed you guys. How
What's
you guys
up,
been?
baby?
How you guys?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. For those that don't know, my daughter's playing T-ball. I'm the coach. Jose's son plays in our league. He's the coach too. My daughter's team just slaughtered Jose's weekend Pirates team.
Nope.
We undefeated, baby. You know, it's my third year as a
Hey,
T-ball
look,
coach.
if-
Third year going undefeated.
That's
Let's
okay.
get it.
His daughters can definitely slaughter my son's team, but my son at least went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 3 RBI, so it's okay.
You know, it's
Don't-
crazy.
don't they all go 4 for
that.
4?
I could vouch for that. He went for 4 for 4, and he didn't even stretch. He didn't even warm up. Nothing. This man literally jumped down the field right at game time.
Dude, for real.
He's savage.
There you go. Well, if you guys want to see them exciting, I know they're going to post up the schedule. So if you guys want to go support their kids, I'm definitely going to go on Monday. Oh, who plays on Monday? Adam, right?
No.
No,
I don't know.
plays
Is it
Monday.
I don't know.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Saturday.
Next
Go watch and
Friday.
support the kids.
Next Friday, tune in.
When
There
do we
you
face
go.
it? When do we face again, John?
You know what? I'm pulling up the schedule right now.
Me
You know I
too.
got
Hold
to
on.
say it.
Hold on. I'll tell you right
You're
now.
the Pirates. We play next Friday.
There you go.
Next Friday at 5:30, which is our league picture day.
Next Friday. Make sure you're
Next
there.
Friday,
Nice.
baby. Tune in. Hey, anybody
We're going to
that
go live and watch
follows
these guys
John
play.
Konami, yeah.
And take my little camera.
Dude, we should go live.
We should go
T-ball.
live.
Jose, I know you're new to the T-ball. You know, I'm sorry to go off topic real quick, but T-ball is very entertaining. And Eric has seen my girls play. He's been there before. T-ball is very entertaining.
It really
These
is.
are very entertaining games. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
What makes it more exciting is that the parents get a little bit more involved. So that's what's fun about T-ball.
Bro,
with the kids.
one of my kids who was on first base went running for the ball that his teammate hit and almost took out Jose's pitcher.
That's what makes
You know-
T-ball fun.
My son Adam did it last week. He was on first base, and I'm like, "Where you going? You're the offense right now." You know,
The innocence and seeing them grow and watch and play, and that's fun. It's fun watching little kids play and having some fun.
yeah.
But yeah, next Tuesday, guys, make sure you guys check them out next Friday. We're gonna go
Next
live. Maybe.
Friday.
We'll see.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next
All right,
Friday.
let's get into this, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the NFL draft over the past weekend. We're gonna talk about a little bit of the NBA playoffs. And all right, and Jerry Reinsdorf is just an idiot for everything that he did over the business expo that happened over the weekend too as well. We're gonna get into it, but first things first, let's talk about the NFL draft that had concluded over the weekend. The Chicago Bears used up all their 10 picks. They moved up a few times in the draft to get a couple of players. Overall, let's start off first in the NFL. To you guys, which team got a little bit better or got better overall? Let's start with John. John, who got better from the NFL over the draft?
Specifically, just the draft, or are we talking like
Specifically.
off season?
Specifically, the
I mean,
draft.
go ahead off season. Go ahead.
Go offseason. All right, you could do an entire offseason. Who got better offseason draft?
Because now the off season is complete right after the draft is over with. So yeah.
Okay, putting my biasness aside, because I want to say Bears. I'm pretty sure one of y'all are gonna say Bears. If you don't, I'm gonna be mad because I just changed my pick in the moment. But considering where we were, let's say a month ago, the Ravens got a lot better because they were about to lose their quarterback.
Isn't
that
They
crazy?
were going to have no wide receiver. They're literally going to be full, flat out rebuild mode. I'm not gonna say the Jets. I hope none of y'all say the Jets because despite Aaron Rodgers, I know you've seen that video. Aaron Rodgers with the loudest handshake clap ever, bro. Like you guys know when you shake up with somebody and it gets that clap, that's a good clap.
Right.
I know you guys seen that video.
Exactly what you're talking about.
I know you see that video, bro. My man Aaron Rodgers don't look like a homeless man no more. He clean cut.
He does.
But-
You're right. He's all nice and
and
clean
'cause
and
he's
shaved.
not a-
Like he looked like he's fresh out of he's single. Like this man is single, ready
bro,
to pounce.
And because he's not a Packer, I can say Aaron Rodgers is my man's now. You know? Because he's not a Packers though.
Just because.
But-
All right, cool. We'll go with that.
Just because, but still, I would still take the Ravens to beat the Jets. Considering where the Ravens were a month ago, they look like they were just a shit show. They look like Jerry Reinsdorf was the owner. They have got significantly better with locking up Lamar and giving him OBJ, although it's a 1-year contract, but they have shown commitment to him, and even in the draft. I believe they drafted, can't think of his name, but a lot of people had it as the best wide receiver in the draft was taken by the Ravens. So I mean, I'm giving my props to the Ravens, bro. Like, maybe it's a little bit of a biasness as far as I hated on Rodgers because I don't think the Jets was a good move for him. Of course, I'm putting my biasness aside from the Bears, but the Ravens, Lamar, like, what do they call themselves? Flock Nation? I forgot.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Whatever. Y'all, everybody that rocks purple and black, y'all should be celebrating that you locked up Lamar.
Jose, who got better overall over in the offseason?
Well, the one John pick was a good one because it not only did they sign the OBJ, but they drafted a wide receiver, a really good wide receiver that's going to help OBJ at least get open for sure. So yeah, the defense definitely got better, and that defense is already stacked. But who I feel got better, and I guess I'll go ahead and just say the Bears. I mean, just to throw that out there.
Right now.
I mean, and how can you say they didn't? The one thing that we knew we had going forward that was going to be, the sure thing was Justin Fields because of what we seen he was able to do this last season. Now you put an offensive line in front of him, so now it's okay. Now it's time to throw the ball. And who are you going to throw to? Well, you added DJ Moore. You still have Chase Claypool, who's supposed to be better. You still have Darnell Mooney, who we know can ball. And then you've added another wide receiver in the draft. You bring in this huge right tackle from Tennessee, who guys, Will Anderson was the clear cut number one. Like he should have been the clear cut number one pick, the greatest, one of the best defensive ends coming out of this draft. And he even came out and said that the guy who gave him the most toughest matchups in college was Darnell Wright, who the Bears drafted.
Yeah.
He came out and gave Darnell Wright his respect. Darnell Wright gave up 0 sacks last year in college, 0, and he plays in the SEC. It's not like
how many holes I got? 0.
Right. It's not like he plays in the Big Ten. This was the SEC. This is real football when it comes to college, right? And he gave up 0 sacks. Not to mention all the guys you just bolstered up on the defense. It's crazy. The Bears should be a lot better team. Looking at their division with Aaron Rodgers out of there finally, then you have the Wicked Witch of the West gone. You have your number one brick wall. The only reason why you couldn't get to a championship, all that is gone, right?
We got rid of our owner.
Yeah. The owner's gone.
Aaron Rodgers.
Owner's gone. He vacated the organization. Now you just now you just have to worry about the Vikings and the Lions. And in my opinion, the Lions got better offensively for sure. And the Vikings, I'm not sure. The Vikings, I kind of feel they're still the same. So, but the Bears for sure, I want to say the Bears definitely got better for all the reasons I just mentioned.
Jose, real quick, Eric, before you go, maybe we'll touch on this later. I'm sure we will debate this, because we got months till the first game starts. But after this drive, after what's happened this last, month of April, I think we can say the Bears have the best quarterback in the NFC North.
Yeah, I agree.
No biasness. That's just facts. No biasness. That's straight facts. Justin Fields is the best quarterback in the NFC North.
As far as talent goes, absolutely 100%. Obviously, like you guys remember, we had this argument not that long ago. Jared Goff put up some insane numbers last season. However, this season, I think Justin Fields is going to show and prove to everyone he's the clear-cut best quarterback in the division. 100%.
And Jose, you also forgot to mention we also got Justin Fields some weapons. He got another wide receiver.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mentioned briefly, but yeah, he did get.
He's a speedster, and we got another running back. And
he did.
I mean, it's typical Bears. The Bears have got like some good ass running backs in the draft when we already have our proven starting running back. But you literally, I mean, look, I'm not trying to change my pick. I'm not gonna go there, but I said. Putting my biases aside, though, I would have picked the Bears.
Look,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, but the fact that we have so many running backs tells you what they kind of think of Khalil Herbert. Maybe they look at this guy and see
The
maybe
Bears
he's
always do
not.
that. We always have like
We have five
solid
running
ass.
backs right now, bro. But yeah,
Okay,
we
but,
have like
but realistically, who's gonna start? Herbert and probably the rookie we just drafted. It was named Johnson.
yeah, but who was behind Herbert last year? Because we still have him too. Was it Ebner?
Tristan Ebner.
We still have Ebner. We have Herbert. We just got Rogers. Was it Rogers? Is that his name?
No, I only see the
We
Bears
got the running back
starting
from we got the running back from Seattle. We got the running back who played at Atlanta last
Deonta
year.
Freeman.
You got that Freeman. We got
We
Freeman,
did get the Seattle running back,
and we did get, and then we get the Seattle. Is it Penny? I forgot who exactly. It was Homer.
No, it's
I think
not
it was
Penny.
Homer.
Not Penny. No.
No,
Was it Penny or
wasn't
Homer?
It's
Wait, 'cause
Homer.
the Seahawks just took a running back too. So
Yeah, but that's what. But we literally have five
but
running
yeah,
backs on the
we
roster
picked
right
up-
now.
Okay, but realistically,
6 if you count Justin.
Our starting running backs in
Right,
order
exactly.
goes- our starting running backs in order is Fields and then Herbert.
Right.
So they don't matter who else.
Well, Deontay Foreman should be a really good one, but I'm just saying.
I think he's more
all
goal
those
line
running
than
backs.
anything.
And then occasionally Mooney at running back.
That's why when they drafted one, I was like, bro, that's your fifth running back, and six including Fields for real. It's like, what are you guys doing with that though?
Hey, bro,
I mean, having depth in
I'd
that
rather
position is not
see-
bad.
I'd rather see the Bears have 5 running backs than fucking 5 tight ends like we've seen the last 2-3 years.
Hey, speaking of tight ends, real quickly before Eric goes, that Michael Mayers going to the Raiders, watch out for that one. That's gonna be my sneaky late round fantasy pick, backup tight end. Michael Mayers was a
All right,
dog
Eric,
in Notre
write
Dame.
that down, Eric. Write
A
that down.
dog.
I got it. I
And
got it.
Notre
I'm
Dame.
looking at that right now on the board.
We're
Mayors.
gonna block Jose and the comadre Paulina from picking that guy up.
Right. He was Michael Mayers was my guy in Notre Dame. So
Bro, stop playing. That was Paulina's guy. Paulina gave you this insider information.
what are you talking?
It's that inside of him doing the Notre Dame games.
Yeah, I
on
bored out for
WB,
Notre
and that's
Dame.
what it is.
Just knowing, bro. He you know.
Funny, hilarious.
All right, who you got?
I'm torn between two, and the only reason why I'm torn between these two is because one's kind of more obvious, and the other one's kind of like a sneaky. They got really, really good, especially what they did during the offseason.
Like a sneaky.
Let me spit out the obvious one: the Philadelphia Eagles. The rich getting richer, them getting Jalen Carter, trading up to the Bears, one spot.
Yeah.
And not only that, they got Nolan Smith too. They literally got the edge rusher and the defensive tackle from Georgia. And on top of that, they got, the fifth, I think it was like the fourth or fifth best offensive guard or offensive lineman in the draft with an Alabama and Tyler Steen. So they got protection for just for Jalen Hurts right there.
And an offensive line that was already one of the top
offensive line that was already good. Again, the rich getting richer. But my personal pick, obviously, is the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks got the best corner, which they needed help in the secondary anyways, from Witherspoon from Illinois. They got Jackson Smith in Jigba, what's people were saying he's the best wide receiver in this draft, right? They got the edge rusher from Auburn, Derek Hall. Plus, they signed Geno Smith for another, what was it, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
And they got depth behind that defensive line or the defense, which was kind of needed because the defense was kind of like the weak point of the Seattle Seahawks, and they just improved overall. Most of their picks were all, tackles, edge rushers, all defense, and then they got a few safeties, and then they upgraded an offensive line. What this means is Pete Carroll, what he's trying to do, another Legion of Boom 2.0 in a way. And from last year, from the Seattle Seahawks, where everybody thought the Seahawks were going to be the worst team in the NFC, ended up making it to the playoffs. I think they even got out of the first round, if I'm not mistaken. No, they lost, right?
But they made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
They made the playoffs when everybody counted them out, and now they literally just upgraded that whole defense, that whole team overall. I think it was a great draft, a great overall offseason for the Seattle Seahawks. I might go out on a limb out here, but I'm picking them to win the NFC West this year. I think the Seahawks are going to be that. I think they're going to be that team once again, making that run into the playoffs and taking over the 49ers for one season, simply because of the inconsistency of what's going to happen with the 49ers at quarterback position. But, I mean, there goes my alarm to call my daughter. But overall, yeah, the Bears. Those are my two. Outside biases aside, I think those are my only two picks that I got.
Eric, I completely agree with your Seahawks pick. I was contemplating it. It's just I mean, you answered this question I'm about to state, but do we really think Gino's going to repeat his success from last year? I personally don't. Jose, I guess the question is directed to you because Eric technically already answered it with his explanation.
With
The
what?
Seahawks did get better, but do we expect Gino to repeat the success he had last season?
I think in that system he could definitely I think he'll
He'll
because
thrive.
he'll thrive. I think that'll be a good team. I don't know if he'll have like he just won't come out of nowhere. Now teams have a full season of tape on him.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. I think it's not like he's a young quarterback that's gonna have like a sophomore slump or something like that. I think this is who he is, and with them getting, they also got another wide receiver. With them getting a wide receiver, to line up next to DK Metcalf, definitely. I think that offense and Geno Smith's gonna do great. Um, can we give a shout out to not the Titans, the Texans for going
Oh,
back to
I'm about
back?
to say the Titans. Who?
No, the Texans for going back to back. I mean, to get Will Anderson and then go for your quarterback. I mean, you got your two pillars on both sides of the ball, and that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean they had
Okay.
the draft capital to do so, right? Even though they
Mhm.
kind of pay a premium for it for the Arizona Cardinals, who I felt like they moved up anyways using that pick to go up to get whoever they got at the. I think they went up number 6. But you're right. The Texans kind of were like they surprised everybody, right?
Right. Right.
Coming up from trading back or trading up from 12 to go up to get whatever to get Will Smith or Will
They did
Anderson.
that.
Will Smith.
That was a boss move. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
was, it was, and it kind of set the trend and set up the draft from then on out. And obviously, with the Colts picking up Anthony Richardson too, as well, the best athlete in this draft. It literally set the tone for what the draft was going to be for the early rounds.
Mm-hmm.
For the draft on Thursday.
You know what? Before we jump onto the next subject, while we're still on the draft, I know this is we didn't plan for this, but Jose started it. Don't be mad at me, bro. We have a group chat going. You pick the Bears, right now as like the team that is most improved. Do you agree with our trade in the draft with the Eagles?
Okay, so
Because you're pretty hot in our group chat.
And that was going to be my next question. Did the Bears made a mistake in passing Jalen Carter
You just
and trading back?
not even that. Not even that. You shouted out the Texans for trading.
Yeah.
Should the Bears have got more than a fourth
Yes.
rounder?
Yes. I believe so. I think if the Eagles really wanted Jalen Carter, the Bears should have been like, "Hey, look, we're going to take Jalen Carter." Just to trick them, just to drive up the price. They could have played. They could have played coy. They could have played. They could have just tried to take advantage of the Eagles. I feel like they could have. If you're Ryan Poles, this is how you know he's still kind of a rookie at this. This is his first round pick.
Let Poles cook.
Right. He should have been like, "Hey, you want the number 9 pick for who? Jalen Carter?" I was like, we were kind of looking at Jalen Carter. I'll tell you what, we'll give you the 9th pick if you give us maybe a 2nd round and a 4th round. I would have been happy with that. Another 2nd round pick. Let's go.
I'd even take a 3rd and a 4th.
But this year,
can we be honest real quick? Have you guys ever seen the movie Trouble with the Curve?
I don't know.
No, sir.
Okay, so to summarize it.
Sounds dirty.
Justin Timberlake's in it. Clint Eastwood's in it. Was it Amy
come
McAdams?
on, Cubs.
Amy McAdams, the girl that plays Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So long story short, it's about Clint Eastwood is supposedly too old to draft for the Braves or be a scout, but they have the number 2 pick, and he finds out that the number 1 overall pick was going to be like the next hype man, can't hit the curveball because he hears it or some shit. Like he's losing his eyesight, but he can hear it. So when they're drafting, when it's up to his team to draft, he gets told by a representative of the team drafting before him, like, "Yo, we're gonna pass on him." And then, him as a scout is like, "Yo, they're gonna pass. We should pass." Like that's the conversation they have is like, "Okay, we're both gonna pass." Where this question is leading, the reason I bring this up is, do you guys think, I mean, we've seen all types of movies, Draft Day, the one with Will Smith, all that, other movies. But do you really think, like, when the phone call is made by the Eagles, does Ryan Poles let the Eagles know, like, no, we're not interested, so what you gonna give me? Like, Does he reveal that he's not even interested in Carter? Do you think that happens? Do you think that's a conversation? That's where my question is. Comparing the movie.
What I believe, right? To be honest, I think he did whatever he needed to do to get a pick, right? I'm not like Jose where you should got more. Maybe that would be a little bit too rich, right? Because what if, right? And I'm just saying, what if he did ask for that second round pick and add an extra pick just to move up one spot, right? And the Eagles like, nah, it's okay. We'll take what we can get. Obviously, we have another first round later in the draft from our pick. We're just gonna sit back and relax and so on and so forth, right? Obviously, that's the next pick. Imagine if another team came calling, how far back he was going to go. By then, he probably wouldn't got right at the position that he got. I get where Jose is coming from. Get more out of it, right? But also at the same time, you can't get too greedy, and you get what you get what you can get. And it's an extra pick for what was it for next year's draft? I think it was.
You have nothing to lose though. But
I get you have nothing to lose. But what if
even if the
Eagles were like, nah, I'm good. You do whatever you need to do, and we're
okay.
And then at
so
the end of the
draft
day,
Darnold right at 9, and that's it. Yeah, you lose out on a fourth round pick, but
you don't get that extra pick for next year. Then
it's a fourth round pick for next year. Come on, man.
No,
my thing is you try to get the most out of what Jalen Carter could very well be one of the biggest draft prospects in recent history. Before he even had all this dilemma, before all this drama even happened, he was projected to be the number 1 overall pick out of skill alone because of his stupidity, because of what happened to him. That's the only reason why he fell. But as long as this kid stays on the right path, knowing that he'll fuck up, that his whole career and all the money is gone, that skill's still going to be there no matter what. So you're telling me a number 1 pick, the number 1 overall pick is only worth a 4th rounder? All I'm saying is you could have got more. You should have been smarter. You should have seen, you should have seen this guy was going to drop. You should have seen that he should have been the one making the calls. When other teams were drafting 3 or 4, he should have been making calls. But hey, I have another nice pick. Who wants Jalen Carter? He's going to drop. They should have seen it. Everybody's seen it. We all knew he was going to drop. There was reports before the draft even happened. There was mock drafts that happened right before the draft that said Jalen Carter will fall to the Bears at 9. So this wasn't a surprise.
Right. It wasn't just because it wasn't a surprise. It's not like the Bears were picking number 1 overall anyways. It's not like it's just the day of, right? It's not. Everybody knew that the Jalen Carter was going to fall to that far down in the first round.
So then you call the Eagles and be like, "Hey, I have other teams trying to take it. What do you want?"
Sometimes it could work. Sometimes it doesn't. I think what Poles did, he did the safe route anyways of knowing that, hey, look, I'm getting an extra pick.
But you don't know that.
And it's cool. Like, he still got his player. He got an extra pick out of it. Jalen Carter probably fell to the most perfect place where he could probably play football and not be that big under a big microscope, because he's going to a team that has a bunch of veteran leadership, has already gone to the Super Bowl, has that presence instead of him being that guy. And I think overall, it's a 4th round pick. You could find some studs in the 4th round next year, and it'll be just fine. I'm okay with it. I'm all right that he got an extra pick out of it instead of just staying at 9 and not get nothing and still draft right at number 9. The JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms under the Star 6 Media brand, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, and on TikTok. We just talked about the NFL draft and the Bears on what they did this past offseason and the NFL draft. We're moving on. Jerry Reinsdorf, guys.
Man,
for John, it's a double whammy. For me, it's just one whammy.
A one whammy.
A one whammy, right?
What's what, Eric? This is stupid. I'm thinking of it now because you said whammy. But what's that breakfast dish we used to order from Denny's? Something hammy, like moves over my hammy.
Yeah. Moves over a hammy or something like that.
That's it. So for me, it's a double whammy, and for you, it's a moves over my hammy dish.
So it was on yesterday. It was yesterday, or it was on Monday. I'm sorry. That Jerry Reinsdorf.
More of an IHOP kind of guy, you know.
Yeah,
it's just the pancakes, bro. That's
just the pancakes.
The eggs are ass. The sausage ass. The bacon
on what?
Ass.
From where?
From IHOP.
No way. This is not, bro.
The only good thing about IHOP is the pancakes.
No, you're capping, bro.
No, bro.
You're capping.
What IHOP you go to?
The one right here in the one here in Hammond, and then also the one in Cal City.
No, the one by Walmart on Fifth Avenue.
Is that what's Fifth Avenue?
Whatever.
Is that the one in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Dude, that's literally the worst IHOP I've ever been to.
Nah.
I'd rather go to Four City.
It was the worst IHOP.
Bro, I
But you
was
know
there
what?
2 months ago for Eva's birthday. It was
Well,
terrible.
I haven't been there.
IHOP.
I haven't been there in a while. So okay, you might be right. You might be right. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Jay Reinsdorf, guys. I know you guys don't want to talk about him. I know you guys, but we need to because I think the only reason why we need to talk about Jerry Reinsdorf is not only that he's the owner of two teams here in Chicago, the White Sox and the Chicago Bulls. Not only that, whatever comments he made over the weekend or on Monday about his interest in, he said a lot of things that you probably need to say behind closed doors, right? But the one thing that's kind of upsetting everybody is the fact that the Bulls suck. And the White Sox at the moment are not having a great start to the season, haven't been performing well for the last year and a half. They still suck. Let's be honest. The Bulls haven't really done anything. They haven't been relevant since Derrick Rose, and they haven't been really relevant since Jordan, right? He got lucky to get
MVP.
Right, whatever. Anywho, I don't even know how to start this because
I'm gonna go last because this is my team.
Right, I don't even know where to start this, but to me, Jerry Reinsdorf sounds like one. To me, he sounds like one. He's just he's an old guy that is not up to times, right? He talked about how back then when he first owned the team that it cost $6,000 to own the team. Now it's like $700,000 or something like that, right? He came out the secrets. The White Sox, the White Sox and even the Bulls, right? We can put them in the same conversation too as well. So how many times have we cried out that Jerry Reinsdorf is cheap? That Jerry Reinsdorf is this, that Jerry Reinsdorf is that he doesn't put money into the team, well invested. I mean, hell, the highest playing player right now from the White Sox is Andrew Benintendi. Do you honestly believe that Andrew Benintendi should be on the top name of the White Sox history of the best paid player? No.
After that walk off the other night, who knows? Right now, I'm just
come on now, right? And the one thing that kind of made me laugh, right, was this comment that he said, and I don't want to misrepresent or I'm just going off what I'm seeing was that sometimes the owner feels like they know more than the GM, and he should know when to step back as the owner, right? That you have to trust the GM to make the right decision on picking the players and also picking the coach. Oh, Mr. Hypocrite. Remember, 2 years ago, you gave Rick Hahn, Tony La Russa, like, here you go, here's your coach. Didn't even make an effort to do a coaching search whatsoever. He said on this expo on Monday, made me believe, made me believe that Jerry Reinsdorf sounds like a complete loser and a guy who is back in time, still in the 80s, that everything is still cheap. He did say, I mean, he was one that was for the strike in 1994 that had a great White Sox team built at that time. He sells off players. He doesn't buy big players. Long story short, to me, first things first, did Jerry Reinsdorf make himself sound like a loser and not building a team to build championships, Jose?
No, ask John first. I'm looking something up real quick.
I would go last.
He said he was going to go last, so
no.
I gave
John.
Okay, John the last.
The Bulls are my team, so what? Go last.
It goes both ways because let's be honest. Since Jordan,
right, I got it right here.
Really done anything, right?
Okay, I got it right here. Hold on.
The Bulls haven't really done anything since Jordan. He got lucky getting Jordan back in the draft. He got super lucky getting Derrick Rose the year that they drafted him. Where they had
all right. So I got it. I got it. So former Marlins GM Cody Sampson once came out before and said about Reinsdorf, saying that Reinsdorf told him, gave him the best. Reinsdorf told him once before, saying, "Here's the best advice I can give you: finish second place every year. Your fans will love you, and you will make a lot of money. Why? Because realistically, you're selling hope to your fans. You're letting your fans know, hey, we're relevant, we're competitive, we might win, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But you're not really doing anything else to really expand that." Jerry Reinsdorf contradicted himself when he said, I'm more enticed to win than make money. But everything he has done in both the Bulls and the White Sox organization has shown the complete opposite. If that was the case, then why is the White Sox one of three teams who have yet to give $100 million contract to any player? Why? Why is that the case? If that's the case, why is it the Bulls are always in basketball hell and mediocrity going into the playoffs or play-ins and never really doing anything else? When LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh were free agents, you mean to tell me you could have tried to sway all three of them to come to Chicago and give them a shitload of money?
Bro, you ain't had to sway them. They wanted to come. LeBron
They
wanted to come.
They wanted to come. Chicago was a destination, but they ended up doing it in Miami. Because why? Because they know Reinsdorf and that organization is cheap. They knew how they took care of players. What they did to Jordan at the end and the last dance, that team had another year in them, but they didn't want to do it. Everyone blames the GM and the basketball operation, but come on, he falls under Jerry Reinsdorf. That was Reinsdorf's team.
He wanted to blow up the Bulls, I think, after the fourth title. Like he wanted to give up on Phil and Michael and Scotty and everybody else that he gave out that money before the second. Like after the fourth title, he just wanted to blow it up.
But my thing
after the first three-peat, I'm sorry, Jose.
Go ahead.
Real quick. After the first three-peat, Reinsdorf didn't even want to pay MJ like $35 million.
MJ, exactly.
Exactly. Bro.
MJ.
Like you said, Jose, in the Last Dance it shows, and it's been said before, even that documentary came out, like everybody was down to run it back until we get defeated.
Right.
But Reinsdorf was not about it, bro.
They weren't about it. And my thing is this: it's like you say you want to win, but if that's the case, you see other GMs, you see other teams who would literally bend over backwards to get the player they need. The Chiefs, look what they gave Patrick Mahomes when his contract was up. They gave him stake in the damn company. Stake in the company. $500 million.
I don't really think the Sox can offer that to nobody.
I'm just saying though, but it's just an example. They went above and beyond to keep what they knew would have been a generational type quarterback for that team. And now look at that fruit of that labor came into fruition, right? Because they ended up getting another championship, and who knows how many more in the future. Man. All I'm saying is that if you really are about winning, then why is it you haven't paid anybody over $100 million in baseball? Why is it that the Bulls are consistently in mediocrity? Why is it you have two teams that are always finishing second to mid, and that's it? Like what is it? So basically, what Cody Sampson said way back when is true. Reinsdorf doesn't give a fuck about winning. He cares about making money. He's like, hey, you know what? If we win, great. But if we don't, as long as we're competitive, guess what? I'm still raking in the dough because the Bulls. The Bulls are still one of the highest attendance in the NBA even today.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that even though we know the problems, what's going on, and even though we know that Reinsdorf won't pay. I mean, hell, Zach LaVine. Do you honestly think Zach LaVine should be the highest paid Bulls player in NBA history?
Max LaVine,
boy.
Yeah, man, whatever. But honestly, over Jordan, over Pippen, over D Rose, over everybody that has been in this Bulls uniform, do you honestly think he should be the top on that list as the best Bulls paid player? No, right?
Absolutely not.
And again, it's it's upsetting because this guy was crying the fact that the Mets owner and the Padres owner said it's bad for baseball because you're throwing this money at these players to build this team because he's not competitive. He has no competitive soul. He bought both teams for like $2 million. And now they're both.
He bought the White Sox for $19 million.
19 million, whatever.
And they're now.
Y'all capping right now.
He bought the White Sox first for $19 million, and now they're a $2 billion team.
Right, exactly. A $2 billion team. And so if he feels like he doesn't have that money or can't even spend that money, sell the damn team. Sell both of the teams. You know how much money you'll make off selling both teams? Like he's set for life. He doesn't even we need somebody that have that competitive fire to make both teams relevant. And I'm taking off my Cubs hat right now, and I'm being as fair as honest.
The Bulls aren't relevant despite them making the playoffs?
No, John, they're not relevant, bro. They're not.
Eric, hold on. Eric, last year, We were both on here saying they were
You know what I
relevant.
said last year, but
Right. Last year, they had one bad year this year, and now they're not relevant. Come on. They're
no, Jose. I'm not talking about in a span of 2 years. I'm talking about in the span of the Jerry Reinsdorf era. That when he locked into getting Michael Jordan, it's only the 90s that he won a title. After that, what have the Bulls been?
I agree.
You literally said it, basketball hell.
But Eric, but a healthy Lonzo Ball doesn't make the Bulls relevant.
Relevancy is being consistently good. But I'm not talking about recent guys. I'm talking about his tenure as an owner of both the Bulls and the White Sox. Like you guys could give me the short stop. Okay, fine, I get it. But since he owned the teams back in the 80s, how many times have the Bulls been in the playoffs?
I agree.
How many times have they won a championship?
I agree with that.
John, as a Sox fan, that you're going to have the floor right now. As a Sox fan, how many times have the White Sox been in the playoffs since he's been the owner? How many times have they won the World Series? I'm not, and it's a one-time thing that the White Sox won a title by luck. Let's be honest here. They struck lightning in a bottle that one year, and they won the title after that. But after that title in 2005, what have the White Sox been since? In a year, in an owner, in Jerry Reinsdorf in Chicago, that's what we always say, the third biggest market.
I think the White Sox. I think under Reinsdorf, the White Sox only have 6 division titles.
6 division titles. How many playoff series have they won ever since 2005?
One.
Nothing. None.
Zero. But 6 division titles is
one, and we've been to 2 playoffs.
But 6 division titles in 20 plus years, 30 plus years, Jose.
6 division titles, and we're in Chicago market. Imagine Atlanta Braves has like 19, and they're a smaller market than we are. Again,
it's crazy because last year it went from fire Tony to now sell the team in the South Side.
Yes, Eric, talk that talk.
And it's frustrating because I'm only getting frustrated because of the magnitude of the Bulls. For the White Sox, I can care less. But to be completely honest, like it's a shame that our sports teams have been. The Bears looks like they finally got it right with the GM and the owner and everything. Well, not the owner, but the GM and the president.
That's
still up for debate, right? But it just, we've never, as a Chicago sports, as a city, have had any type of consistency whatsoever from none of the sports team that we have, other than the luck that we had in the 90s with
I was going to say, even with everything you just said, Reinsdorf is still the most successful owner in Chicago because of that Bulls team in the 90s.
Because
that's sad. That's so messed up, right?
That just says something about our other teams.
But to be completely honest, it's mind-boggling that a man who's in his late 80s, I think he's like 85, 86, 87.
He'll die soon. Don't worry, he'll die soon.
But it doesn't even have to come down to that, though, Jose. The fact that he has to go on like that, not because he owns 2 teams that could offer so much more. But you're right. The Whites, he cries cheap. And the money that he splat out the other day is like, bro, you have money to spend, bro. Like, why can't you do it? Bro. Jonathan Palaio, who is the double whammy himself of being a Sox fan and a Bulls fan, the floor is yours, man. Is Jerry Reinsdorf a loser?
Oh, Sox won their first series of the year. Well, congrats to them.
We finally fucking won a series. I'm gonna start this by taking off my Sox hat, bro. This time.
Yeah, put it back on, bro. Your hair's messed up.
No, bro, it's okay because I got another hat. I'm in the middle of growing my hair out. Shout out to my barber. We got an appointment tomorrow. But you know I got magic. You know I got the GOAT barber. Jose, if you know, but you don't know. Okay. First of all, I pulled up my receipts. Jerry Reinsdorf bought both the Sox and the Bulls for $20 million. Both of them. Bro, you guys have hit it on the head. And everybody says it. He got lucky as fuck drafting Jordan. So damn lucky. And I'll even say I love the Sox. I go to every home opener. That's a fucking vacation day. Crosstown's vacation day. I bought tickets for the patio next week, and you only sell them in 2, and obviously it's only me, But that I love going to Sox games, and I can say, like Jose pointed out, the Bulls sell out. The Bulls are so packed. We didn't. JCA did not attend a Bulls game this year together, which is a shame on you guys.
Well,
Probably making my work schedule.
I didn't attend a Bulls game at all. I only went to a preseason. That was it.
They're not worth my money.
Shame on you, but shame on both of y'all. But I really feel like, because Eric pointed out that Jerry is getting told sell the team. That's the chant in the stadium. The only team worse than us as far as stadium wise is probably the Oakland A's.
And they're about to sell.
They're about to sell. But the thing is that, like, I really think at this point in time, the Bulls are just the Bulls profit enough to keep Jerry from selling the White Sox. And I think we're at a point in time where we can't blame the coach. Maybe we should have kept Ricky. I know I dragged him for his inexperience in the playoffs. Tony La Russa wasn't the answer. I get it. It was an experiment because he's a Hall of Fame manager. But now we got this new manager with a fresh slate. But it's up to the point where it looks like the players don't even want to go out and perform. Prior to what's going on, I think it's a Tim Anderson effect. Granted, when we came back on the Rays, was it on Sunday, Monday? We won in the ninth.
It was Sunday Rays, Monday.
Sunday, yeah, it was raining, pouring rain. But they came back and won, and now it's our third win in a row as of right now. Tim Anderson was back in lineup yesterday, but it's like, dude, as much as I'm on the side of blaming the players because a coach cannot go out there and play for the players. The coach will tell you how to play, just like you guys have been managers. I've been a manager before. I can teach you how to make money, but I can't teach you to be hungry for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that definitely applies in sports. Obviously I only coach T-ball. I have some experience coaching my brothers. I've been a player coach with, along teammates, but it's like you can't make people hungry. I can show you how to play, but if you don't got that dog in you, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean?
You can take you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
We're on our third coach in 3 years, 4 years? Third coach in 4 years, and it's like it's not the coaches. And honestly, if I was a player for the Sox, I wouldn't even want to fucking play either. I mean, all our young guys, they got their contract extensions already. We need to lock up Cease because Lord knows we don't pay nobody. If Cease hits the free agent market, we're not going to pay him what he deserves. Absolutely not. We have Bryce Harper, who I'm not a fan of. He's talented, yes. He's an all-star. I do credit him for being way better than what he was as a 19-year-old coming in the league. But if we didn't want to pay a man that wanted to come here and Bryce Harper chose the Sox over Wrigley when he was in the free agency. We had a chance to sign both Manny Machado and Bryce Harper in the same fucking off season. What are both those guys doing?
Yeah, one's in the World Series and the other one played in the World Series.
One is the MVP in the World Series. Another one is
an MVP
candidate whose team fucking pays players, bro. Granted, they still may lose to the Dodgers every single year, but guess what? They're in the playoffs.
I mean, they lose some last year though. The Padres won that series.
Absolutely, they still give the Dodgers a run for their money. A lot of people in San Diego and in the MLB argue that Manny Machado is the best player on that team with Fernando Tatis healthy. But
you still have Soto
and Juan Soto.
You still have Soto, bro. I'm just saying though, but for speaking like we know Jerry's not gonna pay nobody, bro. He's not gonna pay it. Like Eric touched on it. I was very excited that we went and got an official outfielder, in Benintendi. But it's like, come on, man. We're still fucking. We just called him Billy Hamilton, who's like a base stealing god, but he's not that guy, bro. He can't even bat his weight. And then I'm at the point, like, we were talking about this on my boy Justin's podcast, the Blackout Show. Shout out to them. But I can't even blame the coaching right now because of our record. go ahead and experiment, bro. There's no expectation right now. We just got off a fucking losing streak. You know what I mean? Your Moncada is injured. Jake Berger is our best, third baseman right now, but he's getting
Best
subbed
hitter.
out in like the seventh best hitter. Sorry, he's getting subbed out in the 7th and 8th inning for what, bro? For garbage. But because of our record, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? But it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's like, I really think at this point, as much as the fans chant, as much as we chant, Jerry's not going to sell the team because you know why? He's already profited so much money. Yes, he got lucky signing Jordan.
No, drafting
the fact
Jordan.
That drafting Jordan. I'm sorry. The fact that you don't even want to pay him what he deserves after winning you a championship just shows what type of man he is, bro. How many people have Jerry let walk? Abreu walked, bro. Abreu realistically should have retired the White Sox.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez, Dylan Cease all walk when their contracts are done, and they fucking go on to win rings. Chris Sale, granted, we did get some good prospects in that Chris Sale trade, but he left and won a fucking ring.
Yep.
Shit, I'd be up in the locker room cutting up jerseys too if I was Chris Sale. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, you don't even look like the bad guy right now. But I mean, it's really sad because
I forgot about that.
Because think about it though, like if you're in Jerry's shoes, no matter how much the fans chant, they want you to sell the team. As long as you've already profited your money and then some, well, why would you, bro? Why would you? The Bulls sell out games, The White Sox, we don't sell out during the week, but weekends at premier games, we sell out. Home opener, crosstown, we sell out. And then I don't know if you guys knew this. I heard this on the radio.
Yeah, because half Cubs it's like more. It's like more.
I was gonna say, but I just got my mouth shut.
More Cubs.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I didn't know this until I listened to the radio at work because in the vehicle I drive we have a radio because
What do you listen to?
Don't worry about it. Don't even say it.
No, it's 104.3, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
But-
that's cool.
But occasionally I will switch to like ESPN.
Wow.
670 just scored depending on what my boys on.
There you go.
But no, so
Total
did
five.
you guys know? Did you guys know the White Sox are the second highest stadium as far as beer sales? or I'm sorry.
They're drinking because they're depressed
No,
because the
sorry.
team sucks.
I'm sorry. Cost of beer. Hey, I can vouch for that because I damn near blacked out a home opener, bro. I had to Google the score at the end of the
And you were there.
You were
I
there.
was fucking there. I was gone before I even entered the stadium. I didn't even know how bad we lost. All I know is, with the pitch clock, you get to drink less in the stadium. So we left early because we were getting pieced. But I had to Google the score at the end of the day because I was there. But this actually pissed me off, bro. Like, as we know it. The Sox don't sell out. They don't sell the stadium. The stadium's not sold out. But yet, out of all the MLB teams in the league, we're the second highest in cost of beer, bro. Number 3 is the Cubs. New York is number 1. Number 2 is the Sox. And number 3 is the Cubs by I think it was like 75 cents.
Damn, where's
Which
Los
New York
Angeles?
team though?
Huh?
Which New York team?
I bet it's the
The
Mets.
Yankees, of course. Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yeah.
Bro, the cheapest beer in the league is Colorado at $3.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Thank you, babe.
A plane ticket to Colorado is probably cheaper than what I spend in one game at the Sox Stadium.
Is that a round trip or just one way?
Round trip, bro. Round trip a whole week plus hotel, bro. I still save money going to Colorado.
Look,
But it's just like, see, shit like that explains why Jerry will never sell the team, bro. I mean, I hate to
not
say
just
it,
that,
I
but
don't
he
wish death
he's
on
came
nobody.
out and said he's a sports fan too. Like he says it himself. He's a sports fan, so it's like that's even worse,
bro. I always tell you guys, the Bulls are a toxic relationship. They definitely are, but Jerry keeps reeling us in with hope. With all
not
these
me.
fucking with these B-list potential all-star players that we sign, we fucking go to the game or we fucking pay to watch them. We watch them every day. We buy their apparel. And the Sox too, bro. You know, Luis Robert is supposed to be the next Mike Trout. He don't even want to fucking play.
You don't even want to run.
He didn't want to run. Fucking Jimenez, who's the DH, keeps crying that he wants to play out, outfield. Like, bro, how about you lose 50 pounds and then you can talk to me about playing outfield?
Eat a salad, like Steve Stone said to Lance
Eat
Lynn.
a salad like Lance Lynn. Hey, no lie though.
He got mad.
Lance Lynn's wife is a savage for posting him eating a salad. Like, that's what I'm talking about though. That's goals as fuck. You want your girl to look out for you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, bro. Realistically, I hate to say it, but we're not gonna see a change with the White Sox until Jerry dies. It's just he's already made his money back and then some and then some and then some, bro. Like he got lucky with the draft with Jordan. He got lucky with D Rose. Let's be honest. And I mean,
yeah,
you can say it too. He got lucky in 05. Say it.
Right. He got lucky. Look, 2005 White Sox team is a perfect example of guys coming together, having fun playing, and the underdog finally fucking wins, dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you guys, I mean, Jose,
boy.
I'm not trying to come at you.
Go ahead.
Eric, you know what it's like to be on an underdog team and you make that upset.
Hell yeah.
How is that coming at me?
I mean, because I don't know if you've been on a team. I know you.
Oh no, yeah, no.
I've been on one.
Baseball, but the thing is though, when you're the underdog and you get on a hot streak and everybody counts you out every single scene, bro. What the Sox did in 2005 was fucking historic. 4 starters to win 4 straight games, dude. Fucking shutouts. You know what I'm saying? Complete games. All that good shit. The Paul Konerko Grand Slam. Joe Creedy catching magic. His back's never been the same since, but that's still my guy.
Jose Contreras dealing.
Tadahito Gucci played 1 year and then went back to Japan. What the fuck is that? We haven't had a second baseman since. But either way, though, I'm saying.
Didn't you have Johnny Jenks too as well?
No, that was 09. But he did pitch the blackout for us to go into the playoffs with game 163. And then we lost to the Rays, and the Rays were fucking dogs when Evan Longoria beat Alexei Ramirez.
He did.
Rookie of the year.
I remember that.
But I'm just saying, dude, like all this shit. I mean, to what Jose said earlier, Jerry has never confirmed that he said, come in second place and you get the fans reeled in. But it's kind of shown, bro. Like it's just like it's like a job, dude, for him. Like you put the bare minimum to keep your job and still get your paycheck. And then some, like that's literally what he's been, dude. Like, as a businessman, he's fucking playing the game. Like,
and that puts a sour taste in my mouth. As a Bulls fan, I don't even know if I want to like support them because that's exactly what it looks like.
Right,
that's exactly what it looks like.
We got our boy Duff, man.
Yeah, he said, $5 Tuesdays come in clutch, John. He said hot dogs and Modelo's $35. I got 3 hot dogs and 5 beers. Run it.
What Duff man just put, I'm about to call off on Tuesday and go with him.
Let's go. I'm down. Shit.
The Sox
hot dogs and 5 beers? Say less.
Bro,
that sounds like chorro waiting to happen.
Hell no. Year the Sox had $1 hot dogs like every window or some shit. It was wild.
Hey, look, the brats at the Bear Stadium. Oh my god, that's the best brat.
That's the best. That's good stuff.
I'd rather buy a pack of hot dogs for Eric to cook and I eat it in his garage watching the game.
Okay, run it.
But you know what I'm saying though? Listen, at the end of the day, Jerry keeps making money, so he's not going to sell the team. It's a business,
And this is where kind of
Bulls probably make enough for him to fucking pay for the Sox expenses, and then some. He probably has like 3 wives that we don't know about.
And the White Sox are just pocket change for the money that whatever they
get. Literally, bro.
The Sox have been competitive at least the last couple of years, so he's been pocketing up that.
Jose, that's 2 years out of the last what?
Jose, here's the thing though. We just won a series. If we get on a hot streak, guess what? We're gonna fucking make Jerry money all summer just because we get on a hot streak.
And what's gonna end up happening is just like the Bulls. You're gonna maybe make the playoffs, if not make the playoffs, and then you're done. And guess what?
Right.
You're still in the same boat, mad that your team is not good enough to win, and he's there counting the money. He's like, shit, I'm winning.
Mad that
Regardless.
we're not gonna sign a big free agent in the offseason, but we'll sign a fucking B-lister just like the Bulls, bro.
Now, hold on.
How
Now
many
real
times do I
quick.
tell you guys?
Real quick, though.
B-listers play.
Real quick. He's not wrong in everything he said. It just sounds bad as a fan. But everything he said as a businessman is 100% right. Sports is a game of failures because only one team is going to win every single year.
Yep.
It is a game of failures. But as a businessman, if you know you're not going to win, what's the next best thing? Counting the money, and so at least be competitive. So I get it.
For the longest, the Yankees were the only team that would like spend stupid amount of money.
Yeah,
facts.
And every other team just fucking they folded, but the fans will still go in hopes of the underdog winning. And that's what the Sox have, bro. The Sox on paper have talent, bro. But do they have talent to beat the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Padres? You know what I'm saying? No.
Oh, you can keep it. You can still keep it in the AL. I mean, do they have enough to beat the Astros?
Do they
have enough to beat the Red Sox? The Toronto Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays, yes, Eric. The Rays. Can they beat the Brewers? Can they beat the Cardinals?
Can they beat the Twins? Stay in your division. Can you beat the Twins right now? I don't think you can.
Realistically, the Sox, talent-wise, as far as I expect them to win a playoff series, are probably in the bottom 15 of the league. You know what I'm saying?
I 100% agree. And this is the one thing that I think could make everybody upset on how you feel, whatever you feel about Jerry Reinsdorf, right? And this is going to go from both aspects of a business and we'll stick with the White Sox before we move on to the next segment. He says sports is different than any other business. For example, your competitors are your partners. You earn probably half of your income in conjunction with your competitors. At the same time, you are at the mercy of your dumbest competitors. So in other words, he feels like, like the Padres spending big money, the Phillies, the Yankees, and all these big spenders, the Mets.
Okay.
That's what he meant.
The Phillies spent all this money, made it to the World Series and lost, but guess what? Like
they made it to the World Series. They were in contention to win a title.
Series, bro.
Yeah,
we need to make the
and then let me finish this off.
And they look like they're going to, and they look like they might be able to go back again because they're still that good.
Exactly.
They're playoff bound.
This is again where you feel like you should be upset simply because of how you had Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, right? And particularly in baseball, if you have somebody who decides he wants to spend $42 million on a second baseman who hits 202 and one comes along for you, you're probably going to have to spend the same money. The whole thing is irrational.
But he has it. Like I mentioned earlier, the White Sox are one of only three teams in baseball that haven't gave out $100 million contract. That tells you what? He's not about winning. That tells you he doesn't care about the money. He cares about money, and that's why the White Sox have only had 6 division titles in his tenure.
It's
only 6.
I'm telling you, bro. We're not going to see a change in the culture from ownership until he passes away. That's just bad. I mean, you think about it. If you're in his shoes, y'all could chant, sell the team all you want. Guess what? You're still in my stadium. You're still fucking spending your money, at my stadium, buying my beer, buying my jerseys. For what?
I love Duff. That's our boy. But that type of attitude is exactly what Jerry wants. That's where he benefits from.
Bro,
that's where he profits from. That's where he profits from. He profits from that right there. Hope. He profits from hope. You think they're gonna win, and just to get disappointed in the playoffs, and he's still racking the money. And nothing's going to change.
He was at the game yesterday.
Look, first of all, I saw Duffman's Snapchat, but before Duff posted on
Me too.
Before Duff posted on Snap.
Hey, Duff, I don't have you on Snap, bro.
My tios who have dogs told me they seen my boy Duffman because they own dogs. Yesterday was take your dog to the park day.
Oh,
Duff
nice.
don't even own a dog, and he's there with people that own dogs, bro.
Yeah, you should have told me I would have took it.
Technically, he does have a dog, but it's hidden.
He got that dog.
You know what I'm saying? He got that
dog
in him.
Duffman. First of all, Duff, if you wanted a dog, bro, I would have put a leash on and gone with you, bro. Whatever sort you want.
You guys are ugly. I mean, look, at the end of the day.
But to be honest, though, listen, look, I just literally told you guys. I'm pissed off, but my compa hit me up saying, hey, we're going to the Sox game next week. You down? I bought 2 tickets and don't even have somebody to go with me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you have somebody to go with. You just, you know what I'm saying. You don't have. We don't got to mention. You got it.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
my
bro,
god,
me.
you
I'm
just
gonna put a
mentioned
name
It's
in the
it.
me.
hat.
It's
Oh.
me.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go.
put a name in the hat, and
I'm gonna go with you.
shit. Oh shit, my boy Adrian with his
Hey,
Sox
I'll go
hoodie.
with you just to have a good laugh at how bad your team
Nah,
sucks.
no,
I'll
bro,
be that
you're
guy.
capping because you said you never go to the Sox stadium. You
Look,
I'll
capping
do
right
it
now.
for the podcast purpose.
No,
I'll do that
bro.
for that.
Where's
If it's
Jack
like
at?
video
Where's Jack
equipment,
at? Better back. Where's my boy Rick at? Let me call him back. Come back, Rick. You come
he
here.
said,
Wolf,
"Woof woof, baby."
Wolf, Wolf, baby.
Got that
Adam
dog.
Cole, baby.
Sell the teams.
Boom.
At least sell the Bulls. That's all I care. But
Nah, bro.
in reality,
Bro, the
just
Bulls
for
are
the
the
whole
only team making
competition's
him
sake,
money. Why would he sell them?
I mean, hey, if you make money and some owner is willing to
Bro,
give you
look
$4
at this,
billion for the
bro.
Bulls and another $4
Bro,
billion for the White Sox, that's $8 billion, bro. You honestly think that he doesn't
look
think
at
about that?
bro. I bought these red ass Jordans to wear at the Bulls game and have yet to go. What the fuck? This is why
I mean,
Jerry keeps making money.
do you think that if you're Jerry Reinsdorf and you have this team, you could easily sell them for like both. You can sell each team for like $5 billion each. You
Easy in a
wouldn't
heartbeat. You
you
probably
you
get more
wouldn't
money.
you
No
wouldn't want
disrespect to
wait
the White
hold on
Sox.
Eric, let me answer the question. You don't want to pocket $10 billion and just go live a life of relaxation and peacefulness. You don't got to worry about being owner of a team anymore. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Like you good.
I haven't looked it up, but you guys don't think Jerry makes $10 million a year
Oh,
already?
he makes probably more than that with the TV deals for the NBA and then whatever you get
Yeah,
from the White.
bro.
Again, it's pocket change that he gets from the White Sox for being on the baseball, right? All the money's coming from the NBA and from the Bulls basketball because of how highly
Absolutely,
rated
bro.
basketball is
They
on
don't even
baseball.
televise game on TV no more for either sport.
And
These are
plus on top
contracts
of
they
that, I
have
think
from
he
cable
owns
companies.
Well, no,
60% of NBC Chicago, the TV network.
well, the cable companies are actually they're not making as much as they used to. He even said it in that panel that
Oh,
they used to get away with murder when it come to the RSN feeds and all that, but that's not happening anymore. So like right now they have no comp for it, and poor them, right? I mean they're billionaires losing money. Come on, shut up.
wah,
Anyway,
wah.
but you get what I'm saying. But like the Cubs, that's why the Cubs winning got their own little network. But regardless of the fact, you know, I don't know, man. Look, the way I see it is this: it's really a bad taste in your mouth when you're a fan and you know the owner doesn't really care. You know he does. You know he's not doing everything in his power to help this team win. You got to spend more money, Jerry Reinsdorf. That's the only way it's gonna work in the Bulls organization and in the White Sox organization. But you're not doing it, and that bothers me. That bothers me. Now, I'm gonna go into this Bulls season coming up very differently. Like
You're
even if
lying, bro.
I,
Eric, say no
I'm
he's
dead
fucking
ass.
he's fucking
Look,
capping, bro.
slowly but
Cap,
surely, since the
cap.
Derrick Rose team. Wait, slowly but surely, but since the Derrick Rose era, I've been losing interest. I used to watch every single Bulls game. I used to DVR them and still watch them, even though I knew the result. I don't do that anymore. I don't have interest in that anymore.
Capping,
I
bro.
used to go to 3 or 4 Bulls games a year, the minimum. I don't go anymore. I don't do any of that anymore. Little by little, they're starting to turn me off. And like last year, I had a glimmer of hope, but after hearing Reinsdorf yesterday, I mean, you know what? It's like why would I even invest time and money into a team that we know is not really gonna do anything? I'll still be a fan. I'll still cheer, but to actually like spend
From
money
afar.
on them, I don't know, man. I don't see the point.
And
Okay,
again,
yeah.
I think with Duff right here, right? And no disrespect to Duff, right? But
No,
what he's
hey,
putting
bro.
right here, it's kind of like
Hold on,
naive
Eric.
in a
Hey,
Eric,
way.
you disrespect Duff.
don't
That's
disrespect
slow
Duff, Eric.
man, bro.
Right,
He
I
don't
know.
puts you
But
in the
disrespect
it
Duff.
chokehold.
just
I'm on his
but
side.
it's like that again, what he's trying to sell, that hope, naiveness of Duff right here said. But
You
yes,
say
with all
hope.
that money bringing in for the teams, the Sox can easily sign a big name to a big name contract that the
But you've
team is
never
missing.
done it, Mario.
And we
Duff
need
man,
that
you
extra
have
juice
never
to
done
push
it.
to win the postseason. Come on, Jerry, I just want to rock. Let's go. But
Yeah, what do
again,
you say,
But
bro?
Duff man, the White Sox have never signed anybody over $100 million.
they won't do it.
So why would it change now?
Exactly. Again, it's just no. And then he puts right here: the Bulls never recovered since Derrick Rose and Butler were traded. We have some splashes for some
Facts.
success, but let's be honest: the team has never been the same. But just even with the Derrick Rose team, I don't think that it was again. Like you guys
Eric, you shut
screamed
the
on
fuck up
how
right now
big
with the
that
Derrick
Derrick
Rose
Rose team
slander.
would have won a championship, right? But in reality, let's think about it. They wouldn't. He wouldn't spend the money. He wouldn't. They wouldn't spend the money to
Yeah,
get a big name
that's
player like
fine.
Carmelo Anthony when he was
wait,
still in
wait,
his
wait.
prime.
Hold on.
They never traded for or for a
Pause.
player like that too as well. They always sat on their assets. So what makes you think that Jerry Reinsdorf or that Derrick Rose Bulls team we're going to win the championship when they have LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh in the East in the same division?
The
Can we
same way,
pause?
the
Can
same
we
way you
pause?
thought why Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs were going to win because
Can we pause?
they're not world beaters here.
Can
Go
we
ahead, John.
pause?
Go ahead.
Realistically, I hear you, Eric. This just hit me now that you mentioned the Bulls. I think the most expensive contract I've ever seen Jerry offer a player was Carmelo Anthony the year he decided to go to the Knicks instead, re-sign with the Knicks instead of coming to us.
What was that, like 80 million or something like that?
No, if I remember correctly, it was like 120 because he can sign 4 years with us, but the max deal to re-sign with your old team is 5 years, and he got like 150 mil with the Knicks. And then I remember Jerry made an offer to Machado to get like, I think it was like 175 mil, but with incentives, if he were to hit it, it'd get close to like 300 mil. But Machado wanted that guaranteed money.
I think that was what turned him off because he wanted that 300 mil to be guaranteed.
Because Bryce Harper just got 300. But that's the thing. That's the thing that pisses me off, dude. Because we saw for the longest that Bryce Harper was gonna go to the Cubs because he was friends with Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant.
They're buddies,
Vegas.
They're buddies, but I mean it doesn't. It makes sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I'm a little biased, obviously, but it was quoted that Bryce Harper said he likes the blue collar feel of the South Side. Which, okay, I mean, I get it. I mean, you guys have been in Bridgeport, like, I get it. I get it, but I don't really get blue collar vibes. I'm a blue collar boy myself. You know what I mean? And Wrigley, I
hear you.
Would feel, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hear?
No, I hear you 100%.
But it's like, you guys have Harper picking you guys over the Cubs and Wrigley. Like, what the fuck?
And when do you honestly hear that? Like, when do you ever hear that?
You don't. And I've been on our show, even when it was y'all show before I jumped on, saying for the longest that Wrigley is a tourist attraction, which I was still ride or die by that statement. Wrigley does attract. It's a tourist site, but it's like you have an all-star at the time MVP potential candidate choosing you over a historical MLB team, ballpark team. I mean, I think it still stands to date. It's the only field left that Jackie Robinson's played on. Wrigley, as much as I hate Wrigley because I can't even take a piss in there when I'm there. If you know, you know. But
you'd be sword fighting with people there.
But I mean, I don't sword fight. I'm more like a little like knife. I hide in my sock.
That is pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty weird. The fact that they still have that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, but Bryce Harper would fucking he'd be that guy. He'd make fucking millions in Wrigley endorsements, all that, and you got him picking the Sox over you. Like, bro, how do you drop the ball, bro? How, Sway? And it's the same here with Machado. So it's like, y'all, I mean, and we've been preaching for the longest. Even when we argue Bulls, that Chicago is such a big market, bro. But yet we got other states, other cities out selling us. Like, why, dude? It don't make no sense that.
And it's not even the big market.
But the common factor is Jerry. We keep complaining and shit, but the common factor, because 2 out of the 5 big league teams, no, I'm a 6 if you want to count the Sky. No disrespect. Cubs, Sox, Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks, Chicago Sky, because they got a ring.
And the Fire.
And the Red Stars.
And the Red Stars.
And the Wolves.
All right, I'm a backdragon. All right, Cubs, Sox, Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks. 2 out of the 5 teams have the same owners. The same owner. And yet we don't got money to sign big players? Like what?
Yeah,
Duffman goes by saying, but yes, I agree 100%. It's all about the money that Jerry doesn't want to spend. And it does piss me off. I love my teams, but no spending, no winning. Yes,
you gotta say it the way he said it. No spending, no winning.
No spending, no winning. My fandom's always there. Chicago till I die, but that doesn't blind me. Jerry is the main problem with the Sox.
Yeah, and Duff is a diehard. Duff's a diehard, and he's a loyal fan, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I get it because that's how we all are with our teams. It just I don't know. It pisses me off differently. It's like, you know, when I know I'm being played for like a fool, it turns me off completely. You know, and
That's
I
that's
feel
why I
like
gave up on the Bulls this season.
I feel like that's what the Bulls are doing for me. I feel like they're playing me like a
Mhm.
fool. You know,
And it
So
sucks.
it's like,
And it sucks for John because he's getting, like I said, he's getting the double whammy, being the Sox
right.
and a Bulls fan.
I
He's
double
getting
dip, man. I
from the
double
back
dip.
end. He's getting from the back end and the front. You know what I'm saying?
Front
He's
and
getting
the back. You know what I'm
he's getting
saying?
fucked both ways, and it's like, damn.
Damn, man. See, this conversation went longer than usual, but rightfully so, though, because of what the implications of a guy owning two teams and being where the teams are at, especially how the Bulls, ended the season and how they
It's
started the
facts, bro.
season,
Look,
and how
I've
the
been
White
crying.
Sox. I mean, their season started May 1st, apparently, instead of
Apparently.
April or March 30th.
April 30th, sir.
April 30th. I'm sorry, April 30th. I mean, they were a
Don't
whole
ask me
month
about
behind.
home opener though. I blacked out.
But but again, it brings into to us all that we know what the problem is, and the unfortunate part is like we can do something about it by not showing up. But the fact of the matter is, like John, he loves his White Sox, he loves his Bulls. He's still gonna go. Like he said, he knows the problem. Guess what? He's going on Friday. Like me, I haven't been to a
Saturday,
Bulls
wait.
game in
No,
years
no, no.
because
Friday is Luce and Eva versus Adam, and guess what? They're gonna have more fans than the Sox do on Saturday.
Facts, bro.
facts.
Better
That
win,
is
more
true.
wins, better players.
And
Hell,
and
we
a
spent
better home field
we've
advantage.
been
Hey, wasn't
spending
TikTok like better bitches, better something?
Papa John's better, yeah, right. But honestly, we've been spending more money on our kids and playing t-ball than Jerry Reinsdorf's been playing on the spending on the White Sox, man.
These are facts, man.
Come on,
Bro, I got two of them playing. Who you
that's what I'm
talking
saying.
It's sad. It's sad. We didn't even get to the NBA playoffs,
I
guys.
had to,
But
I had to go to Lids and get this Pirates hat just to support my son. You know, shout out to Melly, by the way, who gave me a discount at Lids.
Oh,
Hey.
my god, sister. Yeah, he said we're 3-0, baby. Yeah, 3-0. Yeah. I think they finally cracked double-digit wins, didn't they?
No,
Yeah.
they won 3 straight, but they won their first series.
What I
No,
meant
but
was they finally cracked double-digit wins,
in
didn't
total,
they?
We have over 10 wins. Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yes.
know. Yeah, I guess so.
That's how
Damn.
bad it started for the
Really?
freaking Sox.
Shit.
Real quick, because Jose has to work tonight. The Warriors will beat the Lakers. The Suns will come back and win in 7. Boston's going to take care of business. And then who's the other game I'm missing? That's it.
The Heat and
You know what?
the Heat and Knicks.
Because he was a former Bull, I hope
No,
Jimmy
they-
Buckets
they-
wins.
No, he played yesterday. I think it's Boston and Philadelphia. No,
Boston, where he said.
No, I'm saying in general, it's tied 1-1. But I watched the game yesterday at the gym. Mind you guys, don't ever go to the gym at 8 p.m. It's fucking stupid packed. If the Knicks struggle that bad to beat the Heat without Jimmy Butler, they're fucked.
Oh, definitely 100%.
he says Warriors in 5. I don't think
Warriors
so,
in
man.
5.
I think the Lakers win the series.
Man. I agree with Stephen A. Smith, who you know likes
You
to
don't
stir controversy. We all know none of him. But if Steph Curry beats LeBron and wins the title this year, he will surpass LeBron on Mount Rushmore.
I don't think they do that. I think the Lakers win the series. I can see the Lakers going all the way to the finals, man.
Hey, Jose, you know why though? Because Street Clothes is healthy.
Yeah, because he's healthy.
Yeah.
When healthy, but we always said it. When healthy, he's legit.
No, we
said it.
No,
we said it.
Stop it.
We
Stop
said
it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
We
Stop
said
it.
it.
Stop it.
Me and
Stop
John
it.
said it.
I've always said when healthy, and that's the issue. He's never healthy.
Shut the fuck up right now.
No, it's
When
true.
healthy, when healthy, Anthony Davis is better than Giannis.
100%.
No,
110%.
110%.
No, I'm
When
not.
healthy, Anthony Davis is the best power forward in the league.
No,
When
come on.
healthy, bro.
Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Giannis before he
Anthony
Giannis.
Davis, when healthy. If
Facts,
Anthony
John.
Davis, hold on. If Anthony Davis was healthy the entire year and on a team by himself, like he used to be in New Orleans, he couldn't lace up Giannis's shoes. Giannis did what Anthony Davis couldn't. The fact I've always said it. I've always said Anthony Davis was legit when healthy, but his problem is he's never healthy. So congratulations, he's healthy right now until tomorrow when he blows out his ACL again, and it's like, oh, well, there he is. There's street clothes.
But when healthy, he performs better than your boy Giannis.
No, he's not.
100%.
My
man
proved it last night.
Oh,
my man could board 30-20.
I gotta go. After you really are Johnny Blasphemy, because that was some blasphemous right there. That was some blasphemy.
He proved it last night. Who's in the second round and who's not? Okay.
And Giannis was not healthy this entire playoffs. Relax. Give him credit. Giannis has a ring. Giannis has a ring by himself. Anthony Davis had to go with LeBron. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Giannis did what Davis couldn't. Giannis did what Kobe and what Jordan did, and stay in your team. Let guys come to you, and nobody came to him. They had what's his name, Middleton. Nobody came to him, but Giannis did what Kobe and Jordan did. Stay with one team. Had the team develop around him. Had the team develop around him and win a championship. LeBron couldn't do it. LeBron couldn't do it. Anthony Davis couldn't do it. Kevin Durant still hasn't done it. So I don't want to hear it.
I would like to say that it wasn't up to AD getting traded to the Lakers.
He wanted out, Eric. Eric, he demanded a trade. Did you forget? He demanded a trade out of New Orleans.
It's not like he went on.
Man. No, I don't want to hear that.
Right, so Jeff says Warriors in 5. He says the Knicks back in 7.
Make sure to tune in 6-7.
The Cowboys, division champs. Division champs. The Cowboys. The Chicago Fire is going to win the MLS Cup. The Washington Generals finally beat the Harlem Globetrotters. Oakland Athletics win the World Series. The Flint Tropic wins the Mega Bowl.
Jose, before you go.
And then my boy Diego over here says Giannis is
Thank you, Diego.
better. Injured Giannis is better than AD.
Jose, I got one question before you go.
Yeah.
If Giannis were to want to leave and join the Bulls, with Jerry as the owner, what percentage
Hell
do you give them?
You don't even have to finish that question.
What percentage?
I would buy a Bulls. I would buy a Giannis jersey tomorrow if that happened.
No, but what percentage do you give the Bulls as far as likeness to go after Giannis? If
0.3.
Hey, look.
0.3%.
I don't have faith in Jerry Reinsdorf for the Bulls to do such a thing. However, if that would happen, I would be the happiest man in the world. I'll tell you right now.
Percentage, Jose. 0 to 100. What do you give it?
I have no faith in Jerry Reinsdorf, so I give it like a 5% chance.
Damn, that's too high, bro. And then Duffman goes with saying the XFL is going to win. The XFL is going to win the ratings award over the NFL.
Giannis over AD any day, every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Twice on Sunday.
Night, bro.
Anthony Davis cannot do what Giannis does. Giannis has been hurt this playoffs. You give him, and they were still the number 1 seed all year long. Come on, I don't want to hear that, man.
Hey,
I don't want to hear that.
Call me when Giannis is in Space Jam.
The Lakers beat a Grizzlies team without Ja. The Lakers beat a Grizzlies team without Ja Morant. And
bro, that's easy. You just got to guard Dylan Brooks.
And they'll get pieced up. They'll get pieced up by the Warriors soon enough. Don't you worry.
Everybody gets pieced up.
I think the Lakers in 6. I think the Heat will go over the hump over the Knicks. Celtics in 7. And the Nuggets are going to win in 6. I think the Nuggets are the better team.
I'll tell you what.
That's the underdog to win it all.
The legend of Jimmy Butler is just growing and growing. If he takes the Heat to a finals again, man, it's wild. But I think Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia. I think the finals is Philadelphia in the East.
Draymond Green finals.
And then in the West, I'm gonna have to say the Warriors.
I love Duff. Duff, you stay golden, pony boy.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Remember,
all right, guys,
we could have had Draymond Green, but we took Marcus Teague. Remember that. Don't ever forget.
Oh,
man.
And that was outside of Tom Thibodeau's hands. He wanted Draymond Green, but the owners, everybody said nope, Marcus Teague, because we got to fill in that Derrick Rose spot.
Tom Thibodeau was that we should never got rid of Tom Thibodeau. We should never got rid of Ricky Renteria. The main factor is Jerry.
Diego says 4-1, and he said the Knicks in 5.
Capping.
I think the Heat are.
Whose man is this? Capping.
That's my boy Diego.
Thank you for watching. Hey, if he's your boy, he's my boy. All right, he's your boy. He's my boy.
Nah, it's interesting. Like it's
You're a bird, I'm
like
a
John
bird.
said, if the Knicks are gonna struggle without Jimmy G playing, um, without Jimmy G, without Jimmy
All right, guys.
Buckets playing, I think.
Jose, have
Go
a
ahead,
good
Jose.
shift.
Have a
Be
good one.
safe.
We'll hear you overnight at
Check-
6-7 the score. Make sure you tune in 12 to 5.
Yes, sir.
You're right. If the Knicks are gonna struggle the way that they did without Jimmy Buckets, yeah, I don't think this series is gonna be too comfortable for the New York Knicks. As you just
Facts.
seen, Jose Contreras right here with us. The JCA Sports Podcast. We'll be back
Eric-
live next week, next
Eric,
same
I have a
time at
question
8
for you.
o'clock. Huh?
I have a question for you.
What's up? I'm listening.
I know you're extremely biased because you're a Cubs fan, but be real with me for a second. Capricorn or Capricorn?
Okay.
You know how Jimmy got that dog in him,
100%.
and he's proven it. He called out the Timberwolves. Every team he's been on, he's called them out. Is Tim Anderson equivalent to Jimmy Butler as far as calling people out, as far as being that guy and making everybody play to his level?
I can see that, and I know where you're going with that one, and I absolutely 100% can see that.
Oh, bro. Hey, I'm about to block Duff, man, bro. Don't look at this guy.
The Buckets boys get signed by the Chicago.
Duff, man, is definitely that guy to give them money. Like, bro, those guys are older than us asking for money playing Buckets.
Hey, side note, this past weekend when I went down to Indy to go get fitted for my brother's tux, we hit the streets, right? You know how we said we got the Bucket Boys and the streets in Chicago? There's this one man who was playing an actual snare drums, bro, in the street.
Bro.
And no. That's not even the funny part. The funny part is he has a poster board of his Venmo, of his Cash App with all his information and his Zelle to pay him personally like that instead of getting cash.
No, that's crazy because there's people like it, like when you're tailgating. I mean, you don't get to do that regularly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not throwing shade. Just
we got bars. It's all good.
Right, you got bars. Hey,
even though parking sucks ass most of the time,
bro,
but whatever.
When I'm drunk, I got bars too. You know what I'm saying? But no, there's people out there, trying to get money off of you, and they be like, "Oh, I got Cash App, I got Venmo, Zelle." Like, I'm like, bro, I got Apple Pay. Like, bro, fuck out of here. Exactly. All right, real quick though, Duff, if you're still watching, next Friday, Luce and Eva versus Adam. We gonna televise it on JCA.
Bet we're all gonna be
T-ball
there.
is hilarious to watch.
It's gonna be better. It's gonna be a better attendance game than any White Sox home game.
These are facts, dude. I seen a 35-year-old.
He said he seen a 35-year-old man flipping the ROTC gun at the red light, bro.
I see that all day, every day. All these retired ass Carver motherfuckers want to fucking collect my money on 95th and Stony.
Sounds about right. The JCA Sports Podcast here coming to you live. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Duff. Thank you, everybody, for watching, tuning in, listening to us. Guys, make sure you listen or you guys follow all our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok under the Star 6 Media brand. Also, all the other podcasts under the Star 6 Media too as well. Jose Contreras had to go to sleep or had to go to work. Make sure you tune into him on the Score 670, the Score every night, overnights, the Score overnights from 12 to 5. John, it was good seeing you, man. I miss you.
Good seeing you too, brother. I miss you. Hey, if you guys are going to Tomato Bar Friday, I'm gonna slide at your crib.
What's Friday? No, I don't think we're gonna. No, well,
I'll
let you know.
I'm gonna text the boss myself.
Yeah, text the landlord. You got it. Hell yeah. He said Mario Strata live from the T-ball game. Let's go. So thank you, everybody, for watching, for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, here at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays under the JCA and also the Star 6 Media brand. For John DePlaio, I am Eric Gavler. We'll see you guys next week. There's no Jose for the outro. So I'm going to hit the outro. I'll see you guys next week. Woo!